Okay, so we know the difference between a pure substance and a mixture. We're going to get onto elements and compounds in a minute, but one of the things that you'll often be asked in science is to sort of visualize these things. We know that these are made of particles now. We can't see them with the naked eye, but we know they're there. And we can sort of represent particles just by drawing little circles like I did with the copper up here and the H2O. And one of the things that you tend to get asked to do fairly regularly is to look at pictures that try to draw substances showing their particles and to decide what sort of particles they are, what sort of substances they are. So firstly, pure or a mixture. Let's have a look at some of these things. You get this a lot. This is obviously a mixture. If you reached in there and pulled out one piece, it might be that. It might be a red one, it might be a yellow one. Right? There's a lot of different stuff in there. That's clearly a mixture. Right? This one, obviously not. That's pure. Every single thing in there is the same. It's made of one type of particle. That's pure. Pure? Yep. Copper again, pure. Only one type of particle. What about this one? Now this still counts as pure. This is like H2O. In fact, this is a picture of some H2O particles. Right? I know that that particle there is made itself of different things, but that's still one particle. Right? And if all of those one packages are the same, it still qualifies as pure. We'll get onto what type of pure that is in a minute, but it's still a pure substance. That's the same deal, right? Still made of one type of thing. That type of thing happens to be a combination, but it's still pure, as is this. What about this one? That's pure as well, same reason. Plonk it on that. And this last one here that I've got, that's a mixture, obviously. Some bits yellow, some bits red, that's a mixture. It's obviously made of two different things. That's easy enough. But another thing you get asked a lot is another way of categorizing these guys. Let's bring them down here and figure out whether each of these is an element or a compound. Now, let's have a look at these guys. We'll worry about the others in a minute. These things are called atoms, these little round guys. Now, there are only about 100 different types of atoms in the universe, right, and they make up everything we've ever heard of. Everything you've seen, everything you are made of atoms. And there are only about 100 different types to make everything. That's quite strange that there are only about 100 different types of Lego blocks to make the entire universe and everything in it out of, but that's true. They can, however, get together and make other particles. Now these guys are called molecules, right? That's three atoms joined together to make one molecule, right? Now anything that's made of only one type of either of these is a pure substance. We did that before. But if it's made of only one type of atom, the substance is called an element. So copper, that stuff we started with, is called an element. Right? This is a compound. Still a pure substance, but the one thing that it's made of is itself a combination of stuff. Right? So let's have a go at this. Again, there's more than one thing in each particle, so that's a compound. There's only one type of atom in there, so that's an element. Compound, right? Element, element. There you go. Elements, compounds, and mixtures 101, my friends.